Have you ever felt like English is trapped inside your brain, but your mouth just refuses to let it out? Like your mind understands the words, but your lips hesitate, your tongue feels tied, and your voice stays silent? What if I told you the biggest reason you're not fluent isn't your memory? It's not your vocabulary. It's not even grammar. It's your mouth. Yes, your mouth is the missing piece of the puzzle. And today, we are going to unlock it. Welcome, my dear friends. I am truly happy and grateful that you're here. Today's topic is not just a lesson. It's a key that can open many doors in your life. We're not going to talk about boring grammar or long word lists. We're going to talk about something simple and powerful. How to train your mouth to speak English. This can change your life. And I promise, if you stay with me until the end, you will feel more confident, more clear, and more ready to speak English than ever before. Imagine a baby learning to speak. The baby does not start with grammar books. The baby doesn't memorize vocabulary. The baby listens, repeats sounds, and slowly learns to move the mouth in new ways. The same is true for you. You already have English in your mind. Now it's time to train your mouth to bring that English out into the world. Speaking is a physical skill, and like any skill, swimming, dancing, singing, your body must learn how to move. Your tongue, your lips, your voice, they all need practice. Most learners make one big mistake. They study English, but they don't speak English. They read, they listen, they watch, but they don't move their mouths. That's like watching people dance and hoping one day you'll suddenly become a dancer. My friend, it doesn't work that way. If you want to speak English, you must speak English, not just in your mind with your mouth. Let me share a truth. Fluent English is not in your brain. Fluent English is in your mouth. Think about that again. You can understand 1,000 English words, but if your mouth is not trained to use them, you will stay silent. You will hesitate. You will feel nervous. But once you train your mouth, like training a muscle, something amazing happens. The fear starts to fade. The words start to flow. Your confidence begins to grow. So now you may ask, how do I train my mouth? How do I turn knowledge into speech? How do I stop being silent and start speaking freely? The answer is simpler than you think. You don't need more books. You need a new way to practice. You need to repeat, to shadow, to copy, to speak every single day. Let's talk about how. Listen and repeat daily, not just sometimes. Every day, choose a small sentence in English. Listen to it carefully, not just the words, but the sound, the tone, the rhythm. Then pause. Now repeat the same sentence out loud. Do it 5 times, 10 times. Do it until your mouth feels natural. This is how you build muscle memory in your mouth. Just like a singer practices notes, You must practice speaking. Don't be shy. Don't whisper. Say it loud and clear. Shadowing technique, speak with the speaker. This is one of the most powerful methods to train your mouth. Play an English video. It can be a story, a speech, a conversation, anything you enjoy. Now, as the speaker talks, you speak at the same time. Try to match their voice, their speed, their feeling. You don't need to understand every word. You are not translating, you are copying sounds. You are training your mouth to move like a native speaker. Do this daily, even for 5 minutes, and you will feel the change. Talk to yourself, yes, really. You don't need a partner to speak English. You can talk to yourself, and it works. Stand in front of a mirror. Look at your mouth. Look at your eyes. Now, describe your day in English. Say what you ate, what you did, how you feel. Do this every morning and every night. It may feel strange at first, but very soon, your mouth will become your friend. It will learn how to move, how to speak, how to express. Don't worry about mistakes, speak anyway. One reason many people stay silent is fear. Fear of making mistakes. Fear of sounding wrong. But let me tell you, a secret fluent speakers make mistakes too. The goal is not to speak perfectly. The goal is to speak freely. Mistakes are part of the journey. If you wait for perfect English, you will never speak. So, speak with mistakes, speak with courage, speak with love. Your mouth will learn, just like your mind. Use tongue twisters, fun and powerful. Tongue twisters are short phrases that are hard to say fast. They are fun, and they train your lips and tongue. Try this. She sells seashells on the seashore. Say it slowly, then faster, then again and again. Your mouth will stretch, your pronunciation will improve, and your confidence will rise. Record your voice and listen. When you record your voice, something amazing happens. You become aware. You start to notice how you speak. Are you clear? Are you fast? Are you soft? Listening to your own voice helps your brain connect with your mouth. Don't judge yourself. Just observe. Improve a little every day. Repeat short stories with emotion. Take a short English story. Read it out loud with feeling. Then, close the book. Say the story again in your own words. Don't worry if it's not exact. Your goal is not perfect memory. Your goal is fluent speech. When you use emotion, your mouth learns faster. Joy, fear, anger, surprise, let your voice feel them all. Surround yourself with English sounds. The more you hear English, the more your mouth will remember it. Listen to English music. Watch English movies. Follow English YouTubers. Let your ears fall in love with the rhythm of English. Your brain listens, your mouth follows. This is natural learning.
Practice one sentence many times. Choose one useful sentence like, "Can you help me, please?" Now say it 10 different ways. Say it fast. Say it slow. Say it angry. Say it happy.
Say it like a question. Your mouth will start to enjoy English. It becomes playful, not stressful. You build speaking strength without stress. Celebrate every word you speak. Even if you say one sentence today, celebrate it. Smile. Say to yourself, "I did it." Every word you speak is a step forward. Don't compare with others. Compare with yourself. Are you better than yesterday? Yes? Then you are winning. When you speak English out loud, you are not just learning a language, you are discovering your own power. You are breaking the chains of fear. You are rising above shyness. Every sentence you say is a small act of courage. Every word is a brick that builds your new future. A future where you are not silent. A future where you express yourself with clarity and confidence. Your voice is important. Don't let it hide. Don't let it stay silent just because of fear or past mistakes. The world needs to hear what you have to say. And English is just a bridge, a way to connect with more people, more opportunities, more dreams. But to cross that bridge, you must use your mouth. You must speak, even if it's slow, even if it's broken, even if your voice shakes. Think of every great speaker in history. They were not born speaking. They practiced, they trained, they made thousands of mistakes, but they never gave up. They trained their mouths to deliver their thoughts, to inspire others, to stand strong. You can do the same, and you will, because your voice matters. There will be days when you feel tired, days when you feel like you're not improving. But I want you to remember this. Your mouth is learning even when you don't see it. Your muscles are remembering. Your sounds are becoming smoother. Even a baby takes time to speak, and you are not starting from zero. You are already ahead. So be patient. Be kind to yourself. Keep speaking. Sometimes people around you may laugh. They may say your accent is different. They may ask why you speak English when you already have your own language. But don't let that stop you. They don't see your vision. They don't know your dreams. You are learning English not to impress others, but to express yourself, to open new doors, to make your voice reach the world. When you train your mouth to speak English, you are also training your mind to be brave. You stop worrying about being perfect. You start enjoying the journey. You stop waiting for the right moment. You create the moment. You create the confidence. Speaking becomes not just a skill, It becomes a habit, a joy, a part of who you are. There is magic in hearing your own voice say something in English clearly, confidently, beautifully. It feels like success. It feels like growth. And that small moment of joy gives you energy to try again, to speak more, to dream bigger. This is how confidence is built, one word at a time, one sentence at a time, one small win at a time. Let's talk about daily practice. I know you are busy. You may have work, school, family, pressure. But just 5 to 10 minutes a day can change your speaking forever. Choose a small time in the morning or before you sleep. Use that time only to speak, not to think, not to study, just to speak, to move your mouth, to train your voice. Make it a daily habit, like brushing your teeth. Here's something beautiful. When you speak English every day, your fear begins to die. Fear cannot live in action. The more you speak, the smaller your fear becomes. The first day is the hardest. The second day becomes easier. And one day, without even realizing, you start speaking without fear. This is how transformation begins. Some people learn English for exams, some for travel, some for jobs. But the best reason to learn English is for freedom. Freedom to express your thoughts. Freedom to understand others. Freedom to share your ideas with the world. And this freedom is already inside you. You just have to release it through your mouth. The journey may feel slow, but every step is progress. Even when you struggle, even when you forget words, you are growing. Just like a seed becomes a tree, your voice will grow stronger every day. Speak even when it's hard. Speak especially when it's hard. That's when the real change happens. You are not alone. There are millions of learners just like you people who are training their mouths, fighting their fear, and learning to speak with heart. And when you speak English, you are not just learning a language, you are joining a global family. A family of dreamers, doers, learners, and leaders. Let me remind you, you don't need a perfect accent. You don't need long sentences. You don't need fancy words. What you need is honesty, effort, repetition, and heart. Your mouth doesn't care if your sentence is short. It just wants to move, to practice, to become familiar with the sounds of English. Give it that chance. Many learners say, I understand everything, but I can't speak. If you feel the same, don't worry. This is a common stage, but it's not the end. It's just a sign that your mouth needs practice, that your speaking muscles are asleep. And what wakes them up? Speaking, speaking, speaking. Talk to your mirror. Read stories out loud. Imitate your favorite English actors. Sing English songs. Record voice messages. Call a friend. Speak to a pet. Speak to yourself. Every time you speak, you become stronger. Your mouth becomes smarter. And your fluency becomes real. Let your English be imperfect. Let it be broken. Let it be real. Because real English is not perfect English. Real English is the English that comes from your mouth, your mind, and your heart without fear. Do you remember the first time you tried to ride a bicycle? You were scared. You fell. You got hurt. But you tried again. And one day, without even thinking, you were riding freely. Speaking English is the same. You will fall. You will forget. But one day, your mouth will surprise you. The words will come. The fear will go. And you will feel free. Now, I want you to close your eyes for a moment and imagine something. Imagine yourself 6 months from today. You are standing in front of people. You are speaking in English. Your words are flowing. Your smile is confident. Your eyes are bright. And your heart is calm. People are listening to you. Not just because of your words, but because of your presence. Because you speak with strength. Because you speak with truth. How did you reach that place? You didn't buy it. You didn't borrow it. You built it. Day by day. Sentence by sentence. You trained your mouth. You trained your mind. You believed in yourself. You didn't wait for someone to give you permission. You gave permission to yourself. That image of your future, it's not a dream. It's a possibility. And it starts today. Don't say, I can't. Say, I'm learning. Don't say, it's too late. Say, it's my time now. Don't say, what if I fail? Say, what if I succeed? Because success doesn't come in one big step. It comes in small, daily choices. The choice to speak, even when no one is watching. The choice to try again, even after a mistake. The choice to believe that you are enough even with broken English. Your voice is not weak. It is just waiting. Waiting for you to trust it, to train it, to use it. Once you train your mouth, it becomes your strongest tool. Your voice opens doors, connects hearts, and shares your message with the world. And the world needs your message, your story, your truth. Don't keep it locked inside. I want you to start today. Not tomorrow, not someday. Today. Stand up. Look in the mirror. Say your name in English. Say, I am learning English, and I will speak it fluently. Say it with power. Say it until your mouth believes it. Then speak one sentence, any sentence, and then another, and another. This is how the wall of fear falls brick by brick, word by word. The most fluent speakers in the world were once silent learners. Just like you. The difference is they didn't stop. They trained their mouths. They failed. They laughed. They repeated. They improved. And today, they speak. You can do the same. Not by magic, not by luck, but by training. Consistent, brave, beautiful training. When you speak English, you are not copying others. You are building a new version of yourself. A version that is bold, open, global. A version that can connect with people across the world. A version that is no longer limited by borders, fear, or silence. That version of you is already inside you. Let it come out. And if no one has told you this before, let me say it now. I believe in you. I believe in your voice. I believe in your dream. And I know that if you train your mouth, if you keep speaking, if you never give up, you will become fluent. Not just in English, but in confidence, in life, in freedom. Your English journey is not just about language. It's about transformation. It's about changing your future with the power of your own voice. Don't underestimate that power. You may feel small now, but your voice has the power to grow, to inspire, to lead. And it all starts with one step, one sound, one word. So I leave you with this. Don't just learn English. Live it. Speak it. Feel it. Let it become part of your breath, your smile, your soul. Train your mouth, and your heart will follow. Speak today, and your life will change tomorrow. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for listening with your heart. Now go. Find a quiet place or a loud place and speak. Speak with courage. Speak with joy. Speak with your whole being. Because your time is now. Let me tell you a story, not from a book, not from a movie, but from real life. A young man once stood in front of a class. He wanted to speak English, but his hands were shaking. His throat was dry. Words refused to come out. People waited. Seconds felt like hours. And finally, he said just one sentence. My name is Arun. I am learning English. The room clapped, but he did not smile. He went home and cried. He cried not because he was weak. He cried because he was strong enough to try. And do you know what happened after that? He spoke again and again. Day after day, word after word, his voice got stronger. His fear got smaller. And today, he speaks English to thousands of people, not perfectly, but powerfully. That young man was not a genius. He was just brave enough to train his mouth. That young man could be you. That girl could be you. You may be sitting quietly today, listening, hoping, doubting. But deep inside, there is fire, there is voice, there is a speaker waiting to rise. You don't need a perfect place. You don't need approval. You don't need permission. What you need is one decision: to open your mouth and begin. Your journey will not be easy. There will be days when no one encourages you. There will be days when you feel like giving up. On those days, remember why you started. Remember who you want to become. Remember that your voice is not just for English. It is for your dreams, your job, your future family, your travels, your goals, your freedom. Let me say something important. Fluency is not when you speak fast. It's not when you use big words. Fluency is when you can speak your heart clearly. When you can say what you feel without fear. That is true fluency. That is real freedom. And you are already walking toward it. Don't try to impress anyone. Just try to express yourself. Don't wait for someone to clap. Clap for yourself. Every time you speak one new sentence, clap. Every time you say one clear word, smile. These small moments are your building blocks. Build your English with joy, not with pressure. With love, not with fear. Some people spend their whole lives wishing they had spoken more, tried more, done more, but not you. You are different. You are the one who chose to train your mouth, to challenge your fear, to believe in your voice. And that choice, this one small choice, makes you powerful. Your voice is not just sound. It is identity. It is connection. It is the bridge between your thoughts and the world. English is not about being smart. English is about being understood. And when people understand you, really understand you, your world changes. You make friends. You find jobs. You create respect. You feel proud. And most importantly, you become free. So, don't say, I am learning slowly. Say, I am learning strongly. Say, I am getting better every day. Because you are. Every word you say today will make tomorrow easier. Every effort you give today will make your future brighter. Speak, not to be perfect, speak to be real. Speak to be brave. Speak because your voice has waited long enough. Now, my dear friend, if you take just one message from this entire speech, let it be this. You already have everything you need inside you. You just need to train your mouth to release it. Your thoughts are ready. Your brain is ready. Your heart is ready. All that remains is your voice. Let today be the day you stop doubting and start doing. Let today be the day your English is no longer just a dream, but a practice. A living, breathing, beautiful reality. Speak today. Not someday, because your someday is now. Before you go, I want to say something quietly but clearly, not from my mouth to your ears, but from my heart to yours. You are not learning English to be better than others. You are learning English to be better than your yesterday. You are not training your mouth just to speak. You are training your soul to rise. Because behind every English sentence you speak, there is a silent story of struggle, a burning desire to grow, a small child inside you that always wanted to be heard. And now, finally, that child has a voice. When the world told you to be quiet, you listened for a while, but not anymore. Now, you are listening to something greater, your own voice, your own courage, your own calling. And that's why I believe in you. Not because your English is perfect, but because your heart is ready. So the next time your mouth is afraid to move, remember this moment, this message, this truth. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be present. And if no one claps when you speak, clap for yourself, because you are no longer silent. You are becoming unstoppable. Now go not with fear, but with fire. Speak, and let the world hear you. Because English is not just a language, it is your new beginning. Let me leave you with a story. A story not from a book, but from real life. A story about a boy who loved a girl, and how his broken heart became the beginning of his greatest success. His name was Arav. He lived in a small town, quiet, kind, and simple. He wasn't rich. He wasn't famous. But he had something special, a deep heart and a dream to become something. He loved a girl named Mira. She was smart, beautiful, and full of life. They studied together, talked every day, and slowly, Arav fell in love. But Arav didn't know how to express it. He was shy. His English was poor. He felt small in front of her friends who spoke confidently in English. They laughed loud. They used big words. And Arav stayed silent. Every time he wanted to speak, his mouth refused. He thought, maybe I'm not enough. One day, he finally gathered the courage and told her how he felt. Not in English in his own language, in broken words, but with a pure heart. Mira smiled. But it wasn't a smile of love. She said, Arav, you're sweet, but I need someone who can walk with me in the world I live in, confident, smart, fluent. And she walked away. That moment broke him. Not because she said no, but because he realized something painful. His silence had cost him everything. That night, he didn't eat. He didn't cry. He just sat alone and whispered to himself, I will never lose again because of my voice. I will speak. I will rise. From the next morning, Arav changed his life. He began training his mouth to speak English. Every day, at 5 a.m., before anyone woke up, he stood in front of the mirror and spoke. His sentences were broken. His voice was shaking, but he didn't stop. He downloaded English podcasts. He shadowed speakers. He repeated lines of movies. He practiced talking to walls. He made English his second breath. People laughed at him. Some called him crazy. Some said, "Why are you trying so hard?" But Arav remembered Mira's words, not with anger, but with motivation. She was not wrong. He was silent, but not anymore. 1 year passed, then 2. Arav got a job in a good company. He moved to a city. His English wasn't just fluent, it was natural. He didn't sound like a textbook. He sounded like a real speaker, confident, calm, strong. He started speaking at small events, then bigger ones. He helped others speak too. Then one day, something strange happened. He was invited as a guest speaker at a college. It was the same college where Mira had studied. After his speech, people came to take photos, to thank him, to ask for advice. And among the crowd was Mira. She stood there silently, watching him speak, watching the same boy who once couldn't say a full sentence, now hold an audience with his voice. She smiled this time, a different smile. She came closer and said, "Arav, you've changed." And he said gently, not with pride, but with peace, "No, Mira, I didn't change. I just found my voice. That was all." He didn't need revenge. He didn't need her to regret, because success had spoken for him. So, my dear listener, maybe today you feel like Arav. Maybe your heart is heavy. Maybe someone walked away. Maybe the world made you feel small. But remember, you are not broken. You are building. And one day, the world will hear your voice, because pain can break you. Or it can build the most powerful version of you. Let your silence end today. Let your voice rise. Train your mouth, not for love, not for approval, but for yourself, because your voice deserves to be heard, and your story is not over yet.